What's up, guys? I'm Chef Bo, and I'm here with
Chef MV, and today we're going to be making George Perrier's Galette De Crabe, or crab cakes, from Philadelphia's Le-Bec-Fin.
And this book is actually signed by George Perrier. And now, let's get right into it.
So the crab cake that we're making, it's almost like a souffle. So what happens is it puffs up in the oven. So it's not like a Maryland crab cake where you mix in breadcrumbs and crab meat and herbs. This one, we make a shrimp mousse, and then we're going to fold in the crab cake afterwards. So the most important thing, or at least that's what Chef Perrier told us, is that the shrimp and the blade from the mixer stays ice cold. So we have the blade in the freezer for a few minutes, and then we're going to start mixing things up.
The food processor. Yes.
Food processor. The shrimp came with shells on, so we peeled them. Then we picked the crab meat to make sure there was no shells in that.
Okay, so now we're going to add in our shrimp and make sure you use your hands to get it in.
You don't ever want to put your hands in the food processor, but we want to move everything around so that it's even. Then we're going to puree them for a minute until it looks super shiny.
All right, so now we're going to add in the eggs.
So 2 eggs, and we're going to puree it again for 2 minutes until it's smooth and shiny, and stop it every minute to scrape the sides. See how it's getting shiny?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important that it doesn't get too hot.
All right, so we have 1 cup of ice cold heavy cream, and now we're going to add that in. We actually put it in the freezer, and now we're going to add 1 more cup of heavy cream.
After that, so
Yes.
2 cups of heavy cream, and then we're going to puree it again until it's smooth and shiny.
All right, so now transfer the mixture into a bowl. So now add in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard.
And then 1 of Worcestershire.
Okay.
Here, let's scrape some of that out here.
Want all that Dijon mustard in. All right, now let's add in the Worcestershire. All right, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. And how much Tabasco?
1 tablespoon of Tabasco.
So 1 of Tabasco.
I'm going to put a little less so it's not spicy.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like spice, so that'd actually be helping.
There you go. So we'll just add that much.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to mix it in.
So now we're going to add in 1 pound of crab meat.
And we're going to fold it in instead of mixing it. So what you're going to do is go around the bowl and then kind of just lay it over on top so that the air bubbles stay in it and it stays nice and puffy.
All right, so now we're going to add this in the freezer to make it a little bit colder.
Yeah, and then we're going to get set up with our ring molds, our non-stick griddle, and we can start cooking the crab cakes.
All right.
All right.
Griddle is on medium heat, so you can also do this on the stove, or you could do it on a griddle like we're doing. And now we're going to spray some cooking spray onto our griddle or pan. Make sure it's a non-stick pan that you're using.
So what we went and bought at the store are 3-inch ring molds. They're stainless steel, but we want them to be at least 2 inches high. And then we're going to spray the inside of them to make sure that it doesn't stick. And then I just use a paper towel to make sure that the oil goes all the way around it. Okay.
And now we're going to scoop some of our mixture
right inside the mold.
Here. Try to
Keep
fill up
going.
the whole thing.
There you go.
And these should make 8 to 10 crab cakes.
All right, hold on. And we'll just smooth it out on top.
All right.
This gets hot, so you got to be careful.
And 2 minutes on each side or 1 minute on each side?
2 minutes on each side, or until it's brown. So we're going to see how it works on this griddle, okay? Once they're golden brown on one side, you're going to flip it over. You might find that the ring mold is slightly hot, so be careful. And some of the batter will spill out onto the nonstick pan, but you could use the ring mold to cut it into a clean shape. We did this with each of them and then transfer them over to a buttered pan. You can also use a non-stick pan as well.
So now we're going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So put the crab galettes in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until they look golden brown. All right, now it's time to taste test our crab galettes. All right.
Hey. Only half. Okay.
All right. I don't really like scallions.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Just
Really
tastes
good.
like shrimp and crab.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, so now is the end of the video. We really liked our crab cakes. And tomorrow we're actually going out to lunch with Chef Perrier, right?
I am. Yeah, he's older now, but we're going to go and get lunch for the day. So I'll tell him that you made his Galette De Crabe. I'm sure he's going to be really happy about it.
All right, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.
See ya.